What is going on, YouTube? It is Primitive here, bringing you round 2 of the store championships that happened on the 25th at Rocky Mountain Collectibles. This is going to be Ancient Garuru on the left versus Diaboromon on the right. So to start off, we're going to see a couple Garurumons coming out. There is going to be a little bit more of reflection on the sleeves on the right because Kevin uses these crazy holographic sleeves that I'm pretty sure aren't actually legal for a tournament, but it doesn't really matter. Rolling to see which card he picks, I haven't seen that before. It's very effective of a strategy. So we're going to hatch the Upamon, Digivolve the Strabimon. 3 memory at the first turn for Ancient Garuru can be pretty good because you want to play cards that can cycle and stuff, such as the Gabumon and the Strabimon. We saw one Strabimon used to Digivolve, so a lower chance that's going to Digivolve on top of there. We're going to see a Lobomon come out, so less pressure of that later. We know one of the regular Lobomons that go on top of the Tamers are down, and then Digivolve into Beowulfmon. Having the Lobomon underneath it is going to be super good because you can swing in and then just have a relatively safe because they won't be able to swing into it. I'm not sure if there are any security triggers in this deck outside of Ultimate Flare, so the only thing that you really have to worry about is Ultimate Flare, but I don't think you can really fit any other cards in Diaboro besides potentially Catastrophe Cannon, but at my local area I have not been seeing very many Catastrophe Cannons, so that's not something that I would really play around too much. If I was the Ancient Garuru player, assuming that he has played against some of our other Diaboro players. But a couple Kurosari on board, a free Shademon coming out, so that's a great first security check for the Diaboromon player. Obviously the Beowulf is still going to be relatively safe with the hybrid underneath it, but getting out the free Shademon is always going to be a pretty big advantage for the Diaboro player. Hard playing Sealamon, putting the opponent to 3, kind of showing that they don't have any rookies in hand, which is a bit rough. Going to see the Garurumon Digivolve. I do apologize that the bottom right of this screen is cut off a bit, but we can see what's in raising with that Garurumon. And Digivolving into the Inframon. Right there you can see the full effect of the crazy holographic sleeves that we have on. Gonna have to try and get into a Diaboro soon, so there is one Diaboro. Gonna summon 1 token, and there is no errata, so just 1 token. And we'll gain the memory due to the inheritable. Can still swing with the Beowulf relatively safely. Getting these early checks in is pretty decent, so that once you hit the Ancient Garu later, you're going to have a much easier time, especially if you have the Blitz Omni. The Shademon can be a little bit annoying. You don't want your opponent to have a blocker, and I don't think there's any Dark Tyrannos in this list, so it's just that Shademon that is the potential blocker. So after a bit of thought, gonna go ahead and just hard play the Lobomon. The lack of rookies in the hand is really slowing this deck down. I feel like the Ancient Garu could have gotten pretty far ahead as far as an aggressive stance early on if wasn't missing these rookies and having just hard play champions to put the opponent at so much. But now the Diaboro player is really just gonna catch up. So much aggressive presence coming out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swings to just 1 blocker. So I can imagine it's going to attack. Trying to swing over the Beowulf, but forgetting that it can't attack when it's suspended because there's a hybrid underneath. So that isn't going to be a valid strategy. May still swing security with the Diaboro. I would imagine that you're going to have to get security checks. Knowing that you're playing against Ancient Garuru, you know that at any point if they do get out the promo Lobo, then they are just going to go straight for multiple swings. The security for the Ancient Garu player is ridiculously high. The Diaboromon dying to the Omnimon check, and then the next check being Ancient Garu. I wonder if there is another Ancient Garuru in hand, and if we're just being slowed down by the lack of the rookie, because no rookie means no Digivolve effect from the Promo Lobo, and no Digivolve effect from the Promo Lobo means no Ancient Garuru, so being slowed down pretty hard, with only 3 checks remaining to your opponent's 3 attacks. Obviously the Shademon can't attack, but you're pretty much running down low on security. Your opponent can potentially start swinging for game over the course of 2 turns, so swinging with Beowulf, potentially going to block with Shademon, deciding not to block with Shademon, going to take the opponent down to 2 security, so it's kind of a pretty tight race right here. The 1 blocker on both end is definitely helping each other out. Aqua Viper coming out. Is he going to pop the blocker? Going to pop the 2 Karusarimons back to hand while also adding Lobomon back to hand. So the pressure of Tamer Lobomon is back. We know that's in hand. There obviously are no Tamers out, but as a Diaboromon player, you're going to have to keep that in mind that if a Tamer does come out, that you know that there's Lobomon in hand. Beowulf still sitting pretty, really slowing down the Diaboromon player there. They're with the Diaboro dying to the Omnimon in security, and the 2 Kurosaurimons bouncing to hand, and so just very far behind. This Beowulf is really putting in the work, has gotten multiple checks uncontested, just has nothing that can be attacked over it. Like I said, the ultimate flare is really, I think, the only potential check. Another Ancient Garuru in security, so the 3 checks so far have been Omnimon, double Ancient Garuru. This is making me think that it's a little bit less likely that there is an Ancient Garuru in hand, so maybe whiffing the rookie isn't as devastating, but it's definitely not the best. There's going to be de-digivolve the ultimate flare. We do see that there is the Dark Tyrannomon on the bench, so I wasn't sure if there was going to be Dark Tyranno in this deck. There is. So another blocker coming out. We finally hit the rookie, so that's good. That means that there can actually be some potential warping happen later. Like I said, if there is an Ancient Garuru, we've seen 2 insecurity plus 1 Omnimon, so that top end is very lacking as far as in the deck right now. If it's not in hand, then I wouldn't really want to rely on drawing into it too much at this stage, because you're getting so low on security and your opponent that you're probably just going to want to start attacking. The Beowulf going down is a bit unfortunate because it was such an aggressive presence. Gabumon coming down, searching, hitting the Omnimon, so we do at least have the Omnimon in hand for the Blitz if they do end up going into the Ancient Garu plays. Going to have to wait for that just because the Gabumon was played this turn, so you can't warp off of that Gabumon and attack, but just playing the Lobomon again is a hard play. Surprising that playing that instead of Digivolving and playing something else. Going into the other turn, it actually looks like the other player did not gain their memory for the errata, so they should be at 3 memory, but just at 2. And then hard playing the Izzy, searching the top 3, putting them in whatever order you wish. Promoting, now in a very big trouble. Obviously does have 2 blockers, but we see the promo Lobo come out and then Ancient Garu come out. Opponent's going to check out what that card does. So that was just them reading that really quick. Was that cut? Swinging, unsuspending, checking Diaboromon, swinging once again, thinking if they're going to check, hits Izzy. Does hit the BT2 Diaboro, which is a white Digimon, so no memory gain there. That would have been really bad. That would have ended the turn. Swing, block, block, and then swing with the Sealamon will take game 1. So Ancient Garu is going to take the first game. Going into game 2, I could imagine that the Diaboromon player would probably want to go first, considering how close the race was, but we're actually going to see the Ancient Garu player going first, Digivolving into the Gomamon, and then just playing Davis turn 1, double Lobo. You're going to want to be taking at least one of those, so that way you don't brick them. Putting them to 2 of them to the bottom is going to be pretty rough. That way you know you're definitely going to be having a lot harder of a time seeing them. Grabbing them now guarantees that once you hit the Ancient Garu, that you can at least go for that game plan. We do see Izzy revealing a Diaboromon there, so no memory gain gonna happen there, but does match the Memory Tamer pretty much for free too, because the 4 memory was already there from the Davis on the other end, and just plays errata, so no rookie to Digivolve, so missing that out, which is not good, but does get double Tamer. Errata is going to be pretty good for whenever you do potentially get some identifieds in your trash. Dark Tyranno is not an unidentified. I was going to say how you must be in a pretty desperate spot if you're going to be Lobomoning on top of the Davis so early, but as we see, there's a second Davis coming, so that was not the worst play, just cycling, getting the Lobomon out, getting a check. As we saw from the second Davis, did go ahead and not grab the Ancient Garuru, so to me that tells that there's already one in hand, and when you've already grabbed the promo Lobo, I can pretty much smell a Ancient Garuru warping coming on. It's pretty much guaranteed. If you're not going to take the Ancient Garuru with Lobo in hand, you better have one. So going to devolve into promo Lobo, so going for the effect now, Ancient Garu coming out, swing, unsuspend, drawing off of the Upamon. Garurumon, 2 Garurumon, so no questionable checks there, just very easily able to survive. Wondering if you're going to... Yeah, gonna go ahead and Blitz Omni here, which does make it so you won't play the hybrid because the Ancient Garu's on deletion is gone, but does get an extra check, putting the opponent all the way down to just 1 check already. If you have another Lobomon in hand to put on top of the Davis, then you're looking really good, and if you have another promo Lobo and Ancient Garu in hand, then you're definitely looking really good. I think with your opponent down to just 1 check, being able to have the Davis out to threaten Lobomon and then hatching and putting a rookie on next turn is going to put a lot of pressure in. Your opponent's going to get some tokens out, pop 1 to play an Armageddon for 3, so I guess that's not the worst. You do get another giant Digimon out instead of just having the 3k token. What you need is more aggression, because as of right now at 1 check, you are threatened to die right now because there is a rookie on board, a rookie on the bench, and potential Lobomon, all of which could threaten a lot. And going into Grizzlymon, the opponent's going to go to 4 with a Rada, 3 with Izzy, and then the 4th with a Rada. So 4 checks to 3 attacks. If the Diaboromon does live, you could pop it for another Armageddon to get another check if you wanted. Another Ancient Garuru in security. So there's been so many Ancient Garurus in security through this so far for the Ancient Garuru player, which obviously is not going to be great for the game plan. You would like to have more than 1 Ancient Garuru if possible, but gonna hard play the Shademon. Going to promote. Is there the Lobomon? Oh my goodness, just warping up to Ancient Garu again. Just has both in hand. Doesn't matter that one went to the bottom and one was in security. Just has the card. So swinging, unsuspending, blocking with Shademon, swinging again, checking, not Ultimate Flare, and Grizzlymon will take it. So Ancient Garu is going to take this match 2-0. That was a very, very close match. I hope you all enjoyed. I will be back for round 3 very soon, so be sure to like and subscribe if you want more content like this, and I hope you have a great day. Peace out.